Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Friday morning. Yep, it's Friday. It is the 15th day of December 2023. This is the morning briefing. Have a lot to get through today because we are starting to get a better idea of the rain and snow that we may be seeing into early next week. Looks like it could be a nice soaking rain, but snow doesn't look that great, and I'll show you why. This morning, we have some clouds. The sky is going to end up looking a lot like what we saw during the day yesterday, and afternoon temperatures will top out around 60 or so, and Saturday is also going to be a terrific day. Let me show you what's happening this morning. Here are those high, thin clouds drifting into the area. Nothing in the way of rain here, and actually, see, there's a bit of a clear slot down here. These clouds are going to start lifting more from the south, so I think we may even get brighter skies during the day tomorrow. And then out here, this is the low that we're going to be looking at developing. There's some nice moisture streaming into it here. But keep in mind that when you look at the satellite, what we have going on here is on the front side of this, you're going to see that flow coming up from the south. So this is warm. So you can just consider this entire part of what you're looking at to be on the warm side. Again, that flow coming up from the south. And then back here, look at the flow coming down from the north. And this cloud pattern that you see here, these dimpled sort of clouds, is an indication of cold air. So you have cold air back here, you have warm air out here, and in order to get some good snow in the Sierra, we're going to need to get that cold air. It looks as though the cold air is likely going to stay off the coast. So let's get into the rain. I'm going to start off with the NAM. The NAM gets us at least through the beginning of this, and we've been talking about getting some rain here on Sunday. I think I'd rather remove rain from the forecast on Sunday, but we'll see about that. This is the day on Saturday. Saturday is going to be a terrific day. Sun, clouds, temperatures in the 60s. Beautiful day to be outside, light winds. And then this is a Sunday morning. You do see some rain here off the coast. That's very early Sunday morning. This is Sunday midday. This is Sunday at 4 p.m. So as you can see, there's nothing going on in the valley. There's nothing going on in the Sierra. I think Sunday is going to turn out to be another nice day, maybe 60 to 62, depending on how much cloud cover we get during the afternoon. But certainly doing anything outdoors during the daylight hours should be fine, and certainly traveling through the Sierra will be fine. So that's Sunday at 4 p.m. It really isn't until Sunday night that we start getting in some rain, and then this is Monday morning at 7 a.m. You'll notice that there's nothing going on in the Sierra really, and the best rain is off the coast, and then we do finally start getting the rain maybe around midday and into the afternoon. And then once that pushes into the Sierra, look what's happening up here. It's raining on Interstate 80 and Highway 50. The only areas of snow that you see here are well to the south, areas that are above, let's say, 8,000 feet. It will also likely turn somewhat breezy during the day on Monday. You can start to see the isobars stacked up here, and it would be a southeasterly wind, our classic southeasterly flow that you get when we have a storm coming our way. So we would get maybe winds gusting up to around 25 or so. That's something we'll pinpoint over the next couple of days. So this is as far out as the NAM goes. And the NAM actually brings in some pretty good rain for Monday. Let me show you the total precip accumulation that the NAM is showing. So for areas like Sacramento, that's showing almost an inch of rain. The San Joaquin Valley, quite a bit less, a few tenths of an inch of rain, and also maybe a half an inch to an inch of rain in areas along the west slope. The best rain would be in areas like Mendocino, some Sonoma counties, and Lake County, where we could see more than an inch. But I'll tell you, the NAM is a little bit warmer, I should say, wetter than what the GFS is showing. All right, let's go to the GFS because this gets us through the entire time frame. The timing looks similar in terms of the onset of rain. This is Sunday morning, and that's Sunday at 4 p.m. So again, I think this afternoon when I get to the office, I'll be tempted to take the rain icon off of Sunday because it's just misleading to think that we might see some rain on Sunday while we might see rain during the overnight hours or maybe at 10 or 11 p.m. I don't want to put a rain icon on there if it's going to just be dry until, let's say, 10 o'clock at night. So this model is a little bit faster on the Monday portion of it. This is Monday at 7 a.m., so we'd have rain throughout the commute. This model does show a little bit of snow at the beginning and then changes it over. See how at the onset, you get an inch or two of snow and then it changes over to rain. A little bit of evaporational cooling going on. And then this is 4 o'clock on Monday afternoon. We have that same sort of gradient. There's a low out here, so it'd be breezy and rainy during the day on Monday. Let's get into Tuesday. This is Tuesday morning. As you can see, on again, off again rain. Maybe starting to get a little bit of colder air in here, so maybe then we're getting, on Tuesday, getting snow down to 4,000 feet. This is Tuesday afternoon. And then there's the secondary low that's going to come inland, or come our way. But as you can see, the low itself is out here. And remember on the satellite, I showed you that where the low is where the cold air is. And again, I'll show you that here in a second. So we are still on the warm side of that low, the flow coming up out of the south, not from the north, which is why the snow level is still up around 7,000 feet. This is into Wednesday afternoon. And then on Thursday, while there may be some lingering showers, Thursday is going to be the day that that low sinks down to the south. So how much rain are we talking about for the GFS? The GFS is a little bit drier, so let's go to Monday afternoon. By the end of Monday, this model shows about a ½ inch of rain, whereas the GFS was showing as much as an inch of rain. The inch of rain amounts are over here, and on the west slope, maybe about a ½ inch of rain. So this model, a little bit drier on Monday. And then as we go through the day on Tuesday, this will be Tuesday afternoon, now we're up to almost an inch. The foothills and the west slope are up to 1.5 inches. And then into the day on Wednesday, now Sacramento's up over 2 inches of rain, and areas up in the Feather River Basin especially are up around 3, maybe 4 inches of rain, and then everything tapers off. But yeah, we could see 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain in the valley, especially from Sacramento to the north through Chico and areas like Roseville. Could certainly see 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain, but spread over Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that we can accommodate that pretty well. Now, I talked about that the cold air and what this is going to do to our snow levels. So I'm going to show you the temperatures here at 5,000 feet, 850 millibars, if you will. And these are in degrees Celsius. So this is Sunday afternoon. The temperature up is around 13 to 14 degrees, which is in the low 50s, actually mid 50s degrees Fahrenheit. So if you have temperatures this warm, when we get that onset of showers, as you can see, we are going to see mostly rain. Into the day on Monday, you can see the temperatures do drop off, but they're down to about +8. And that's still temperatures around 46 or 47 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, these are at 5,000 feet. So that's how you get the snow level at and above 7,000 feet, maybe even above 8,000 feet. Getting into the day on Tuesday, that temperature doesn't change very much. Still around 6 or 7, so maybe we're down to around 45. Now let's get into the day on Wednesday, because here is where the cold air is. So there's where the low is, here's where the cold air is. And as you can see, as I scroll over this, the temperature's around 1 or 2 degrees, which would be nice. But over in the Sierra, we have a temperature of 6 degrees. So we have a temperature here that's in the low 40s, out here a temperature in the low 30s, and we also have a flow that's more out of the south and southeast, which isn't very good orographic. So it's just not a very good snow producer. Now, one thing to keep in mind, that if the models shift this low a little bit farther inland, we could get some better snow, but the trend lately has been to keep that model off the coast. So as this rain moves in, let's call it Monday. Let's say the rain starts Monday. Let's take Sunday out of the equation. Let's say the rain starts Monday. It will be raining in the Sierra. There should be a slight cool down into the day Tuesday and Wednesday. There may be snow at 7,000 feet. Now, whether it gets to, let's say, 6,800 feet, so that we'll have snow on the roadways on 80 and 50, we don't know at this point. Or does it stay at 7,200 feet so that we don't have any travel issues on 80 and 50? Again, the difference between 6,800 feet and 7,200 feet is a pretty small margin to be calling at this point. But Monday, we would likely see all rain at the summit. Now, the ski areas will do okay. Elevations above 8,000 feet are going to do okay. They'll get some very heavy, wet snow over the course of the 3 days. But in terms of traveling, it doesn't look as though it's going to be much of an issue. But if there is going to be an issue, it would likely be mostly on the day on Wednesday. But that's a detail we'll have to sort out over the next couple of days. So that's everything I've got for you this morning. The weekend itself does look dry. Should be a terrific weekend to be outside, especially during the day tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'll be getting ready to go to the office here in a little bit. I'll be on TV at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11 with the latest. And make it a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll talk with you later.